Well, hello, sinners. How are ya? Back in June, I made the unfortunate decision to scroll through the conservative side of TikTok, and in my time researching, I came across the Republican Hype House. They're like the regular TikTok White House, Hype House, but instead of being comprised of young mainstream TikTokers, the Republican Hype House is made up of young conservative creators. They're represented by a conservative media group called Today is America. Today is America? Today is America. So then what was yesterday? Canada? And what's tomorrow gonna be? Very ominous name choice. Anyway, I went on Today is America's website, and apparently, allegedly, they are working on a streaming service for Gen Z Republicans. And some of the shows feature members of the Republican Hype House. The only reason why I found out about this potential streaming service is because Nick is Not Green discussed all of it on his second channel. So if you would like to watch his video, I will link that down below. A lot of people were commenting on how the show posters look like satire, and after seeing it for myself, I have to agree, but I'll let you be the judge of it. Firefight by Gunnar Thordarson. Imagine loving guns so much you name your child Gun. Cup of Joe. Politically right. Not correct. If you're looking for a Gen Z Ben Shapiro wannabe, some would say a Benzie. Sorry, I had to. Joe might be your guy. American Mavericks with Lance Johnston and Dom Fernando. Lance and Dom look like guys you'd bump into at a frat party, and they'd spend half the night talking your ear off about cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, Dogecoin, this coin, that coin. Coin. I don't know. I don't keep track of it because honestly, money isn't real. Finally, we have more Gon's Minute. Hopefully, it will only be a minute because that's how much I can personally take. As cringy and awful as these shows are destined to be, I will definitely be making a video about all of them when the streaming service goes live eventually, so let me know down below if you're looking forward to that. Going back to the Republican Hype House, I scrolled through their account for way too long, and I have concerns about all of it, and I will be airing my grievances out with you today. But as a quick palate cleanser before we dive in, I do have a word from today's sponsor. Hi, I'm in a different shirt, and I'm also here to tell you about today's sponsor, Function of Beauty. As an individual with super curly hair, I am very picky when it comes to my hair products. Over the years, I've tried plenty of brands that have either dried my hair out even more or completely ruined my curl pattern. It's safe to say it's been an uphill battle trying to find products that agree with my hair. So when Function of Beauty asked me to partner with them, I went to their website and picked out my hair goals. I was looking for products that would deep condition, moisturize, control frizziness, and define my curls. What's even cooler is that I was also able to customize my products by picking colors and a fragrance. I made my shampoo red and my conditioner blue because they're my favorite colors. And for my fragrance, I selected their Perfection scent. I also received a leave-in conditioner, and I named all my products Function of Anna Marie. I've been using Function of Beauty for almost a month, and I cannot recommend their products enough. If you want proof, here are the current state of my products. I promise they will send you full bottles. Mine only look like this because I've been using them for the past few weeks, and safe to say I'm obsessed. My hair feels super hydrated, and my curls hold their shape a lot longer between washes. However, I'm only speaking from my experience. Function of Beauty is inclusive of all hair types, and you can customize your products to cater to your needs and your goals. Function of Beauty's products are tested by dermatologists, so they won't irritate your scalp. Function of Beauty is 100% vegan and cruelty-free, as well as paraben and sulfate-free. Their products are delivered straight to your door on a schedule that works for you. It's now easier than ever to try Function of Beauty's signature hair duo. So make sure to click the link in my description to try your first custom Function of Beauty formula for under $30 and free shipping. My hair and I would like to thank Function of Beauty for supporting my channel. Now let's get back to your scheduled programming. I'm so glad I decided to dress warm today because we're about to head into a blizzard. Get it? 'Cause we're snowflakes. Tee hee hee. See, conservatives, I made the joke before you can. But without any further ado, I present to you the Republican Hype House. It's freedom of speech, freedom of expression. Unless Mr. Tilted Hat doesn't like it. I love how he's comparing these specific celebrities before and after fame as if all these photos weren't taken in the past 2 years. AKA when all 3 of these artists were already famous and are still famous. I have to say though, it's really funny watching conservatives flip their lid over a man wearing a dress, even though men in Hollywood breaking gender stereotypes is not a new thing. If you look back at celebrities like Prince, Elton John, Kurt Cobain, David Bowie, they were very prominent men in the music industry who consistently broke gender norms. And over the past couple decades, that has become more accepted by society. So acting like the sky is falling because Lil Yachty painted his nails one time is a bit overkill, don't you think? Like, slow your roll, Chicken Little. Some Sally Hansen's not gonna kill you. Some of the comments on this video made me laugh really hard though. They're trying to normalize girly, feminine men with celebrities because they know that's key to weakening a society. I said what I said. I hate to break it to you, Taylor, but you didn't say much. The people in these comments focused on nail polish and not the big picture. Wake up, y'all. It's the agenda. LMAO. Agenda? I hardly know her. To all the members of Kurdistown watching, you're welcome for that. As soon as the Illuminati, New World Order, whoever the take over the world, every household will receive a bottle of Erectus Clitoris nail polish. And if you don't wear it, you'll die or something. I don't know. It's the agenda. Don't question the agenda. Anyway, the next TikTok may as well be from r/that happened because the caption is, happens every time. Oh, I'm sure it does, Lance.
Excuse me, social distance, please.
Are you out of you?
You know who that beta male liberal was? Albert Einstein. And believe it or not, I was the MAGA hat at the very beginning. A lot of people don't know that. But what happened next? Did the whole bus clap? Did everyone in line at Target stand up and cheer?
You know, no one likes a liar, Lance.
Imagine taking a deadly pandemic seriously just to be called a beta liberal by some TikToker named Lance. How will us snowflakes ever live that down?
Ma'am, may I take your order?
Ma'am?
Oh, my bad. Bing, bing.
Welcome to Comedy this Friday night.
We like the shrimp scampi.
I thought their politics were bad. It turns out their comedy's even worse. I hate that I'm about to say this, but I've seen better acting on straight TikTok. And if I, of all people, am giving straight TikTok credit, you know you fucked up. But this video goes to show that they've never interacted with a trans person in real life. And you know what? I really hope they haven't, because I would never want to subject a trans person to any member of the Republican hype house. But asking for someone's pronouns is not that complicated. It's like asking for someone's name. And if you mess up on accident, all you gotta do is correct yourself, apologize, and move on. You know, these guys can worship the ground Trump walks on for months after he was removed from office. But using they them pronouns is too much to ask for, apparently. So this TikTok was posted around the time when Republicans were clutching their pearls over Biden and Harris, wishing everyone a nice long weekend. This young conservative lady is revering Trump as a true American hero for honoring our fallen soldiers. This is ironic to me because Trump has openly disrespected the military several times throughout his life. For example, when President Donald Trump canceled a visit to an American cemetery near Paris in 2018, he blamed rain for the last-minute decision, saying that the helicopter couldn't fly and that the Secret Service wouldn't drive him there. Neither claim was true. Trump rejected the idea of the visit because he feared his hair would become disheveled in the rain, and because he did not believe it important to honor American war dead, according to 4 people with first-hand knowledge of the discussion that day. In a conversation with senior staff members on the morning of the scheduled visit, Trump said, "Why should I go to that cemetery? It's filled with losers." In a separate conversation on the same trip, Trump referred to the more than 1,800 Marines who lost their lives at Below Wood as suckers for getting killed. During his presidential campaign in 2015, Trump insulted fellow Republican nominee John McCain by saying that he was not a war hero, and I quote, "I like people who weren't captured." Trump also attacked the family of an Army captain who was killed in Iraq in 2004. Also, while Trump was president, he wanted credit for passing the Veterans Choice Act. He did sign off on the Mission Act in 2018, which is an expansion of the original bill. However, the original Veterans Choice Act was actually passed in 2014 under the Obama administration. Trump taking credit for something he didn't do? Color me shocked. Despite conservatives claiming that they love our American heroes, they refuse to hold their Lord and Savior accountable for his many disparaging actions against military personnel. So, do conservatives actually respect the military, or do they only like bringing them up as a gotcha moment against Democrats? Out of all arguments against mask mandates, this one has to be one of the most ridiculous. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that McDonald's is the pinnacle of healthy cuisine. It's not. It's complete garbage. And you know what? I'm a raccoon because I love McDonald's from time to time. But if Mr. Billy Bob Sue orders a Big Mac and fries, that is a decision that only affects Mr. Billy Bob Sue. But when you choose not to wear a mask, that is a decision that affects your health and the health of everyone else around you. And it's the same with vaccines. Choosing to opt out of getting the vaccine affects everybody because the vaccine has been proven to lower transmission rates and hospitalization due to the coronavirus. But let me go back to the mask mandate specifically. COVID-19 is an upper respiratory virus, and it is spread through respiratory droplets. When you wear a mask, you're preventing the spread of these droplets from one person to another. So when you don't wear a mask, there is a higher risk of you transmitting the virus since there isn't a barrier in front of your mouth preventing you from spreading those respiratory droplets. If it sounds like I'm repeating myself, it's because I am. I've gone over this topic one too many times in past videos, but your argument doesn't hold any weight because violating mask mandates puts yourself and everyone around you at risk. Wow, Lance, you totally own the libs by strutting on a catwalk under a tunnel of rainbow lights. But it's pretty common for roads to be named after presidents. I mean, heck, there's a whole city in Wisconsin named after former President James Madison. But it's not a new tradition for presidents to have things named after them, as we just saw. Yeah, thousands of sex workers are losing their main source of income. Let's go! This TikTok is in response to the OnlyFans controversy from the end of August. If you're unaware of the situation, towards the end of August, OnlyFans threatened to ban sexually explicit content from their website in order to please their investors. But a lot of people online thought this decision was hypocritical due to the fact that OnlyFans gained so much popularity from their sexually explicit content, especially over the pandemic when everyone was working from home. Because of this new rule that was set to begin in October, the livelihoods of thousands of sex workers were put in jeopardy. Thankfully, OnlyFans has retracted this decision due to the amount of backlash they received. But because the internet is the internet, I saw a lot of people online, men, who were celebrating this decision. Unfortunately, I saw a countless amount of tweets mocking the situation, even though thousands of people would be out of a job or at least losing a significant portion of their income. Say if it was TikTok instead of OnlyFans, hypothetically, but instead of banning sexually explicit content, TikTok was going to ban political content. I'm sure the Republican Hype House wouldn't be too happy about that. Especially since they're members of a party who still bitch and moan about Trump getting suspended from Twitter, despite the fact that he incited an insurrection. My friend Duncan made a great video about the OnlyFans controversy, which I'll link to down below, but the gist of his video is that a lot of people on the internet lack empathy. Even if you're not a sex worker or you don't consume adult content, you can still look at the situation as thousands of people losing a significant portion of their income. When it boils down to it, that's essentially what the situation was. But thankfully, that's not the case anymore, and OnlyFans will continue to support the adult performers on their website. Yup, that's exactly what happens when you enter New York. Now, the media won't tell you this, but as soon as you land in LaGuardia, a TSA agent will corner you, kill your family via firing squad, put you in a headlock, and violently cover your face with a mask. And then they will forcibly inject you with the vaccine, despite that definitely being super illegal. And it's definitely true. I watched it happen to 75 of my closest friends. That is not a hyperbole. But are you really that upset over a mask? A piece of cloth has you that triggered, sir? Gee, I wonder who the real snowflakes are right now.
Hi, this video is for the men. What is a gift that we can get you guys that's equivalent to you taking us out and buying us flowers?
Just woke up and saw this video, but any real man wants a signed MAGA hat from Donald J. Trump.
If a MAGA hat was a flower, it would be the Titan Aurum flower, aka the corpse flower. And no, the corpse flower was not named after corpse husband. The Titan Aurum is called the corpse flower because it smells like decaying meat, which I think is a great metaphor for the Trump administration. Now, we are so close to the end of the video, but unfortunately, I will be subjecting you to just one more TikTok, courtesy of the Republican Hype House. In the original TikTok, a doctor was debunking common myths about masturbation, but our boy Blake here seems to disagree. Now, I don't know what masturbation has to do with politics, but I guess we'll find out, folks.
Nope. Nope.
So in that video, this gentleman debunked several supposedly common myths about the negative effects of masturbation. Now, it's unclear whether he's talking about masturbation in general or masturbating to pornography, but in this video, I'm going to lay out to you several reasons why masturbating to pornography is harmful, you should stop doing it, and that those advocating for its use are harmful actors. All sources are cited. Speed round, let's do this. Number 1, it lowers motivation and focus, and it makes you depressed. Number 2, it lowers testosterone. Number 3, it causes sexual dysfunction even in young men. Number 4, it's so addictive that it can give you stronger cravings than meth. 5, it causes brain damage and a decrease in gray matter. Number 6, it causes memory loss and is associated with ADHD and bipolar disorder. And number 7, it fries your dopamine receptors. There's a very famous quote by Aristotle: I count him braver he who overcomes his desires than he who overcomes his enemies. Anyone who is encouraging you to use pornography does not have your best interests in mind. Be a strong and disciplined human being. Do not be a slave to your carnal desires. Channel that energy into lifting weights or reading a book. Strengthen your body and mind. You will be better off for it.
Blake, as much as I'd love to get behind you on this one, I really wish you would cite sources from this decade. Contrary to what Blake said, masturbation has quite the opposite effect. It can actually reduce stress and anxiety, improve sleep, and reduce pain and blood pressure. Masturbation can also improve immune function, your mood, focus, concentration, self-esteem, sexual function, and cognition. Now, you don't have to masturbate if you don't want to. Some people might not be comfortable with it, and that's fine, but you shouldn't be ashamed if you want to explore your own body. However, there are people who do develop a masturbation addiction. It's not considered a mental health condition by the American Psychological Association. Rather, it's a compulsive sexual behavior. But there are forms of therapy and support groups to help people overcome compulsive sexual behaviors. But I know Blake was specifically talking about masturbation to pornography. YouTube doesn't like the P word, if you couldn't tell. I do agree that there are a lot of problems with porn, specifically in the porn industry and how pornography contributes to violence against women. I wish Blake would have taken that approach when discussing how porn is harmful, as opposed to making masturbation out to be this big scary monster. It's not. It's a normal part of life. We live, we come, we die. So the next time you want to tickle your pickle or perhaps pull your peach, don't let Blake or Aristotle stop you. I don't know what a Greek philosopher has to do with masturbation, but that's the narrative we're going with today, folks. That's the Republican Hype House for ya. Honestly, it was just as I expected. To be honest, I'm more intrigued by the potential streaming service that their management group is working on, so let me know if you're looking forward to that video whenever it comes out. If you'd like a part 2 of me exploring the Republican Hype House, let me know down below, or if you would just like to see me go on conservative TikTok in general for the second time, let me know in the comments as well. And if you'd like to see me talk about anything in particular, I have a Google form linked in the description where you can submit your video ideas. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, make sure to give me the smallest, tiniest, minuscule thumbs up you possibly can, and subscribe down below. Thank you so much to Function of Beauty for sponsoring today's video. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Bye!